Hello, my name is Julie Muse. I'm a marketing director with the Juice Plus company, and I am so excited to share a little bit more with you tonight about the Juice Plus products. So, first of all, why are you here watching this video today? Why did I show up at that event about 8 years ago to learn about the Juice Plus products? It's because health is a spectrum. And what we love about our products and our mission is that we can meet anybody exactly where they're at. So whether you're sick and you're looking to regain health, or you're feeling vitality and you're looking to maintain good health, our products and our solutions can work for you. But the reality of where we're at today might be a different story. And this is all over. I really probably don't have to read every one of these bullet points. You're probably aware of this, but it's important to know where we're at in order to realize that we do need to be making some changes. So one is autoimmune disease is on the rise. Autoimmune disease is actually the fastest growing area of disease. 1 in 4 will die of heart disease. It's the number one killer of men and women in our country. The cancer stats in the 1940s were 1 in 16, and today they're 1 in 2 and 1 in 3. 1 in 3 will have diabetes by 2050, and 1 in 5 children is obese. The quote at the bottom is from Dr. David Katz. He's head of prevention at Yale. And he says that our children are more harmed by poor diet than by drugs, alcohol, and tobacco combined. And consider the amount of education that we have around drugs, alcohol, and tobacco. Yet we're starting to learn more and more about the power of what's on the end of our fork. So what's leading to some of the problems that we're having today? Well, I think that there's a bit of an issue in the way that we view food. So think about it in terms of an iceberg. And I feel like where our focus is and what we're seeing right now is a lot of attention on macronutrition. And macronutrition is important. But consider proteins, fats, and carbs. We know that we can track that easily. We can flip over the back of a label and we can see exactly what we're going to be getting in terms of proteins, fats, and carbohydrates. What we don't see, though, in our food is just as important, and that is the micronutrition. So, what a lot of people are really shocked to learn is that in just one apple, they have found at least 14,000 unique phytonutrients. Phytonutrients stands for plant nutrients. Those are vitamins, minerals, enzymes that are present in an apple. They have found over 10,000 in an avocado and over 25,000 in a blueberry. So just in those little small pieces of fruit, there is an incredible amount of micronutrition that we do not see. And there is not a label for it, because if there was a label, it'd be, yards and yards long. In fact, many of these phytonutrients we haven't even named yet, and we're not exactly sure what they do. But what we're learning is that these phytonutrients work synergistically together to help lead us to health. So if you consider food and micronutrition versus macronutrition, consider that micronutrition is usually the piece that you're not tracking, that you can't identify on a label, but that really is critical to health. And we're going to talk about why. First of all, the purpose of food. Well, macronutrition helps to build and fuel us. We literally are what we eat. What we eat becomes our body, and it gives us instant energy. Proteins, fats, and carbohydrates do that. But the micronutrition helps to condition our body, and it conditions our physiology. Physiology is a function of a system, and physiology itself really is found on a spectrum, and it can be anywhere from sick and seeking health to vibrant health as well. Consider the systems in your body: digestive, cardiovascular, lymphatic. How well your body is conditioned is how well each one of these systems is going to work. So, as a great question, how quickly does your muscular system repair after an injury? How quickly does your immune system regulate after being exposed to a virus? How quickly does your cardiovascular system repair after consuming a high-fat meal? All of these processes are going to happen no matter what, but how well your body is conditioned through the micronutrition that you're consuming will determine how well your physiology performs. This is where the Juice Plus product line comes in. So I'm going to share with you what is Juice Plus, and I love to start with the story behind Juice Plus because I believe it's super powerful. Juice Plus was developed over 30 years ago by a holistic doctor. This doctor knew the power of plants. He actually helped cancer patients juice, but his own father was diagnosed with lymphoma, and he was given just 3 weeks to live. He actually carried his dad out of the hospital And he decided that if he was going to help his dad, he had to find a way to make his juices even more powerful. So the first thing he did then, and we still do today, is he let his fruits and vegetables ripen on the vine. It's at peak nutrition that our plants are full of as much micronutrition as possible. And again, like I said, we still do that today. A lot of what we buy in the store has not been vine ripened or even close. Then he took the whole thing with the pits, the peels, the rinds, the seeds, even the leaves from the vine whenever possible, the parts that we do not eat, but are full of great nutrition. He blended it up like in a big Vitamix, and he took what was left over, which was a slurry, and he dehydrated that slurry at a cold temperature to preserve the nutrients. And if you can see in my camera at all, that is what is in our capsules. It's just capsules full of powders. We call them plant powders. And he ended up pumping his dad full of these powders. And his dad wound up living for 6 more years. Not only did he live, he actually had quality of life, which was very rare in cancer patients over 30 years ago. And it was at that point that he realized he was onto something. But he took it a step further from there. He decided that he was going to seek out the most nutritious plants available on earth, and he was going to encapsulate these powders. And that's important because it protects our powders from any oxidation. And that is when plant powders hit the market in 1993. So that's how long the Juice Plus product line has been on the market, almost 30 years as of when I recorded this. And that really makes it pretty unheard of in our space. Now, there are 3 boxes that we can check with our product that make it the first and only of its kind. And I have yet to find any product that checks these 3 boxes. And as a little bit of a teaser, at the end of this call, I'm actually going to tell you a 4th box that makes our product so unique. And the first is that it has a nutrition label. If you can see that in my camera, not a vitamin or a supplement label. And that's because this is food. There's no warning label. You cannot overdose on Juice Plus. In fact, when our kids turn 6 months old, we open the capsules and we put the powders directly into our kids' mouths or into their food. Because as long as you can eat food, you can eat Juice Plus. And that really spoke to me and made sense when I found it 8 years ago. The second thing is that we have an NSF certification. NSF is the highest level of certification you can receive, and we've had it for over 20 years. But I love NSF because it's a third party that tests each batch of our powders twice to ensure that they're free of any herbicides, pesticides, or contaminants known to man, which makes it even cleaner than the organic produce that you buy at the store. And that's really important if you're going to be ingesting this every day and putting it into your kids' bodies. And then finally, when Juice Plus hit the market almost 30 years ago, people started to have unique experiences. In fact, ask the person who shared this video with you about their experience on Juice Plus. But they decided they wanted to see, what is this product doing on human beings with blood drawn? So they conducted the very first research study, and they found that it's actually present in your bloodstream soon after taking it, just like food would be. But they didn't stop there. They kept researching it. And today, Juice Plus is the largest selling, most researched brand name nutritional product in the world. We have 45 published studies, and we have even more underway. We've been researched at some of the best facilities here in the States and abroad and published in some of the best journals. This is gold standard research. That's what makes our products simple, powerful, and proven. It's simple because it's just food. It's powerful because we know that it's clean, and it's proven because of our research. So these are the results of Juice Plus. And this slide is very busy, but that's because we have learned that Juice Plus supports so many systems in our body. You might notice on here that that is what we study. We study the systems of our body. We don't study individual diseases. We study the systems of our body to see if they are improved. Now, I could talk about all of these, but I'm not going to go into that on this call. So please ask the person who shared with you if something is piquing your interest and it doesn't get answered tonight. But I'm going to talk about 2 really important things that we saw earlier in the conversation. I'm going to talk about our cardiovascular system and our immune health. One of my favorite studies that was done on Juice Plus is around autoimmune disease. That's really what got me, on my own personal health journey, was a family history of autoimmune disease. And what we've learned about Juice Plus is that there's 2 kinds of cells in your immune system. There's T cells and B cells. The T cells are like the teachers. They tell the B cells what to do. They keep them in line. In an autoimmune condition, it's like the teacher stepped out of the classroom and the B cells are, up on the desk and throwing spitballs everywhere and things are going haywire. If it's asthma, the B cells are attacking your lungs. If it's eczema, it's your skin. If it's arthritis, it's your joints. If it's Crohn's, it's your gut. But that's what's going on in autoimmune disease. The worst thing someone with an autoimmune condition could be doing is boosting their immune system, as their immune system is already overreacting. But Juice Plus, within just 80 days of taking it, actually helps to bring your immune system back into balance. It increases your number of T cells, which on their own take care of the B cells, because that is their role, to control what the B cells are doing, which I just believe is incredible. And it goes back to what we talked about the systems, right? It's helping your immune system to regulate. The second study I want to talk about was the brainchild of a group of cardiologists. It was done at the University of Maryland, and it was published in the Journal of the American College of Cardiology. These cardiologists know that over 50% of heart attacks happen 4 hours after consuming a high-fat meal. It's why Christmas, Thanksgiving, and the Super Bowl are terrible days in the emergency room. And they wanted to see the effects of Juice Plus on heart health. They took a group of people to your standard fast food restaurant and fed them a standard fast food breakfast, which was, of course, high in fat. And then they waited 4 hours and they measured the constriction in their brachial artery. So that's how much their artery was constricting down to process that high fat meal. And that is this gray bar that you see right here. Okay. So everybody had about 40 to 50% constriction in their artery just 4 hours after consuming that high fat meal. Then they broke the group up into three. They put one group on a placebo, one group on our fruit and our veggie blend, and the last group on our fruit, veggie, and berry. We call this our trio. And they waited just 28 days. That's the purple bar that you see right here. Took them back to the restaurant, fed them the high-fat meal, waited 4 hours, and measured the constriction in their artery. You can see the placebo group had a very slight reduction in constriction. The fruit and veggie group, they had over 60% less constriction just 28 days later. And the group on all three, our trio, our fruit, veggie, and berry, they initially had the most amount of constriction, almost 50%, and they were down to less than 3%. They had a 98% reduction in constriction. I love this study for so many reasons. Number one, we saw that, heart disease is the number one killer of men and women in our country. So anything we can do to support our cardiovascular wellness is important. But also, these people didn't make any other changes. In those 28 days, all they did was add in 6 capsules full of plants, and their body knew exactly what to do with that. I also love that they still ate the meal. So we might eat the meal. We're probably going to indulge over the holidays or at Super Bowl, or we may even catch the virus or the cold. But if our body is well fueled, it can respond even better. Again, it's well conditioned. And then finally, this was only on day 28. So it really proves how resilient our bodies are, that it responded that quickly to these plant powders. So in addition to our core product line, which is our trio, what you just saw, the fruit, veggie, and berries, we also have an incredible macronutrition line. And these are shakes and bars. It's called Juice Plus Complete. It has a wonderful profile of plants as well. It has 14 plants. It's a great way to replace unhealthy calories that you're currently consuming. We call it our healthy fast food. And it's a good balance of proteins, fats, and carbs. It gives with it a good amount of fiber, which it makes it low glycemic and keeps your blood sugar stable, which leads you to willpower, because willpower really is just a function of your blood sugar. It's gluten-free and non-GMO. I love our shakes because they also are food. They have a nutrition label. And my kids and myself and my husband just enjoy having this as our go-to snack and definitely meal in the morning. We also have an incredible omega product. Omegas support our heart, brain, joints, skin, and eyes. Most people are bridging the gap with a fish oil, but fish oil have some issues in that our fish are swimming around in toxic waters and it's not sustainable. What's very interesting is fish actually get their omegas from a plant. So we skipped the fish and we went straight to the plant. We made it full spectrum. So it's omega 3, 5, 6, 7, and 9, all from plants. And it's proven to work in the body. Within just 8 weeks of taking our omegas, your omega-3 index increases. What's really cool is that your omega-3 index increases even more if you take our Juice Plus omegas along with our trio of capsules, which just shows how powerful the synergy of whole food can be. And then finally, I want to share with you the heart of our company and really what makes us so unique. I talked earlier about the three things that I've yet to find in any other company, but this takes the cake. We see that we are having an issue with childhood nutrition, and it is not easy to get good quality nutrition into our kids. So, our amazing company has a program called Healthy Starts for Families, which allows any adult who takes Juice Plus to get fruit and veggie, either capsules or chewables for free for a child in their life, age 4 to 25. Again, the capsules or the chewables, as long as the adult is ordering Juice Plus, the child can get it for free. And it's because we really see that this is a simple way that we can help the next generation get some high quality nutrition into their body every single day. So with that, I'm going to encourage you to consider one of three things. Number one, after this talk, maybe you're just thinking, I need to add more plants into my diet. And if that's where you're at, we totally support that. Whatever is the best next step for you. Number two, maybe you're interested in adding on Juice Plus. If so, we'd love for you to consider a child in your life that you can sponsor and help them to get healthy alongside of you. And number three, even though the Juice Plus products is the largest selling, most researched whole food product in the world, we still are the best kept secret. Less than 5% of households are consuming Juice Plus. So if whenever you heard this discussion, you thought of somebody that was important to you, we would love for you to share this video with them. And also we would love for you to consider being an affiliate with the Juice Plus company and helping us to get this incredible message out there. So with that, I want to encourage you to reach out to the person who shared this video with you and get your questions answered. Thank you so much.